Hey guys, and welcome to another Polymer Clay tutorial. Today we are going to create the Goblin scene from the Clan Wars vs Karaoke Nite trailer from Clash Royale, and I will also pick the winner of the Shelf of the Month. Before we get started, let's have a look at the Snaps Group Clay Creations, where I will pick the winner of the Shelf of the Month. And this is so difficult because so many of you are so talented. Mark Wiese, you are the winner of today's Shelf of the Month. What I loved about your shelves, the variety of the different artworks. Thanks a lot for the inspiration on Snaps. This was great. Okay, but for now, let's get started. Let's create our Goblin scene from the trailer. I assume that most of you have seen the trailer. If not, I will show you some parts of it. And it is all about the new upcoming Clan Wars. And what I thought was really funny was the poll inside the game, where you could decide, do you want to go with Clan Wars or do you want to go with Karaoke Nite? I voted for the Karaoke Nite. It was, I think, 31% voting for the Karaoke Nite. I thought this would be funny. I don't think that Supercell had prepared anything in the case everyone voted for the Karaoke Nite. So I think this will just disappear and everyone will be focusing on the upcoming Clan Wars. Right now, while I'm recording, the game is on maintenance break, and I think the Clan Wars will be available in just a few minutes. So I'm also very excited about that. And I will definitely create more stuff from the new changes, and maybe you have even some further ideas what I should create from Clash Royale. So please let me know. I will also create a poll later. But for now, let's focus on the creation. I haven't talked much about it. This is the head, the most difficult part of this tiny goblin, and I decided to create him with the mouth wide open and with the teeth. And I didn't decide to go with white, but to go with bright gray, and this just looked nice, I think. This will be the torso. It's a little bit bigger than the head itself, the belly button. And now we will create the stand first in order to put the whole character on top. This technique, I have used it many times for most of my Clash Royale tutorials. Now we will put a layer of green clay on top. This will be the grass. And I'm also using my knife for the grass texture and for the details. And after that, of course, my scalpel for some further grass details. Instead of always using the aluminum wire, you can also just take a paper clip. It's very multifunctional, these paper clips. And we will coat it with brown clay and also with green clay for the goblin legs. And we will place the shoes on top of the grass and just place the paper clip inside. These will be the tiny shoes. And this guy should look like as if he is a bit crooked, because he is pointing in one direction, where we will later create the sign which says Karaoke Nite is here. Yeah. So, some more details on the creation. There were so many rumors before this update, and most of them were about this ship and also the monkey. I personally think the monkey is fake and something will be about the ships, of course. Maybe you just put all your troops into the ship and you're going to an island where you will fight with all your clan mates. Well, but we will be sure in a few minutes. Placing the arms right next to onto our creation, and he's wearing these sweatband, is it one or two? I'm not sure. On his head, and now we will create the sign itself. And I didn't mix the clay too strong in order to get this nice pattern, this wooden typically pattern. And now we need some black clay for the light bulbs inside the garland. So here we go, we have 3 different colors for the light bulbs, and I used translucent clay, so it gets slightly transparent after baking in the oven, and it will give us a really nice effect, I think. This is the hammer, just a tiny detail, and the microphone he will be holding in his hand. There is no mic in the trailer, but I thought it would be just appropriate to include one for Karaoke Night. Okay, now we are ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked karaoke goblin and freshly baked sign and light bulbs. We start with a wooden sign, and I'm using this white pen to write Karaoke Night is here. It looks great. You can also just take, let's say, acrylic paint for that and use a brush, of course. We will glue it onto the grass. Now I'm just assembling the tiny hammer, and while we are adding the last details and I am also assembling the garland, please participate in the poll. So, which skin should be created next from Fortnite for Friday? Please let me know. Also, if you have some further ideas for Clash Royale tutorials, and write them down in the comments. Okay, now we will just glue the garland onto the sign, and this is the last step. And I guess finally, that's it! The Karaoke Goblin! Guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know, as always, what you think and write it down in the comments. Next tutorial will be on Friday and all about Fortnite, of course. Thanks a lot for watching and take care, guys. Bye! That's clay, I like it.